All right, guys, is iSpeedTolead worth it? There's been a bunch of talk of all over the industry of different sources of leads and what's the best way to buy them, the cheapest way to buy them, who has the best leads. And what I want to talk to you guys about today is iSpeedTolead and if it's even worth it. And I'm only going based off of my personal experiences since I've been using iSpeedTolead since about August or September. And so I want to kind of go on here and give you my honest review. And there's a lot of hype around buying leads, PPC, PPL, free MLS leads, cold calling leads, door knocking leads. At the end of the day, to be honest, before we go any further, a good lead is a good lead, and how it's generated doesn't necessarily really matter. But if you can get them generated like a machine, making cookies out of the oven, and they're hot when you eat them, and that can always happen over and over every time you come into the office, you got leads and leads and leads. You then can focus on other parts of the business that generate revenue, and you have a machine generating those leads for you. And that's why I'm a big believer and a huge advocate for iSpeedTolead, and I'm going to go into that right now. So, is iSpeedTolead even worth it? Now, let me explain to you guys the difference between a PPL lead and a free lead from maybe the MLS like Zillow. I'm going to go over the difference really fast. Now, if you don't have the funds to buy leads, that's completely fine. You know, if you don't have a lot of money to spend, or if you don't have any money to spend, then hopefully you have a little bit of time to spend, and then you can spend them with the free leads and calling 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, and finding a lead on Zillow, Redfin, MLS, and do that. Just know that there's a bigger pool of people doing that, calling those numbers. So you talk about saturation, you talk about competition. It can happen, but your chances are lower. So now, if you have a little bit, 20 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks, to save yourself some time so that you can do what you love to do, and that's call sellers, close deals, make money, iSpeedLead is the way to go. So PPL, these are people that submitted their information that they want to sell. They're sitting on the couch, babe, I need to sell. They filled out their information online that they need to sell their house. They need to sell their house fast. They put in their address. They put in how many bedrooms. I mean, they went down the line either on the phone or on an application online saying that they want to sell and putting their information, their name, their number, their address, the reason why they want to sell. I mean, they filled it out. The motivation is there. And on those leads that you buy PPL, it says when they want to sell, where their house is, you know, how many bedrooms. So when you're picking your leads, you can buy them right where you want to in the market that you want. These are like hot cakes coming right out of the oven so that when you walk into the office, they're ready to go. They're ready to eat. They're hot. They're ready for a call. They're ready for you to say, hello, my name's Susie, John, Jim, whatever your name is, and you want to make an offer on their property. Now, there are other people sometimes calling your leads. Not your leads, it's a lead. In PPL also. 3, 4, 5, 6 people, maybe, if the lead's older. You can't expect anything different. But it's not going to be 50, 60, 70 people on the MLS free market where every 19-year-old rookie or some brand new real estate agent can just call your lead and not know what they're talking about and piss them off. So when you call and you really need to get the deal done, they're already mad. PPL is just so much better. I'm not biased. I'm just a realist. Like I was saying before, if I could save time and make money, that's exactly what I want to do. There's two things that people work for in life. They want to have freedom, the time to do whatever they want to do, and they want to have the money to do it. So if I can save time by buying the lead and make money Why would I not do that? Why would I spend 10 times longer trying to locate a deal to make the same or less than I would going the harder route? It's just like if I say, hey, let's go to the store, and I bought a car, and I drive to the store, and you walk, and we go to the store, and I get a Gatorade, and you get a Gatorade, and we come back over here. Yes, I invested in purchasing that vehicle, but I got what I needed. I came back, and it's the same thing in business. How many of these deals can we turn? How many of these deals can we talk to and try to convert? If a seller fills out their information online, the conversion rates have to be higher. Now, there's a bunch of guys saying that, 1 out of every 10 deals, 1 out of every 15 leads, 1 out of every 25, 1 out of every 30. I don't know the ratio because I only know my own statistics, I guess. And I don't want to make up a number or a ratio to make you feel like you have to buy 10 leads or 15 leads or 20 leads. But what I do know from looking here, and yesterday I was just calling leads on the coupon club. I bought 6 of them, 6 times 30. I spent $180 on the coupon club, and I got a deal signed on the second phone call, and it was a 6-minute conversation. Actually, I have it saved on Loom, and I'm actually going to put it at the end of this video. So stay to the end of the video, okay? This was supposed to be a very proper and dialed in video, but iSpeedTolead is 100% worth it. And I'm not selling you iSpeedTolead. They're not paying me. I pay them for leads, but I'm telling you they're badass because I get a lot of other wholesalers calling me saying that they can't find deals. They can't lock up deals when I'm sending them to the same website as I'm going to. So what's important to me? Well, my time and my money. How can I make more money and have more time? Buying leads, if you buy 10 leads, like a lead, someone said, yes, they do want to sell. If you buy 10 of those versus if you go spend today to go try to go find 10 of those, me buying him in 5 minutes, a quick $100, you will spend your whole day finding 10, maybe 3-4 days, instead of just spending the $100. Now, if you spend $100, it doesn't go to me. I wish. But the time versus the money doesn't make sense. It's all about saving time so you can do more deals. Now, let's get real with iSpeedTolead and why I use them. Now, I have experimented and I've tried other lead providers, and they're pretty good. iSpeedTolead right now is my 100% favorite since the very first day I've ever wholesaled. 95% of every deal I've ever closed came from the coupon club. And I have never used the refund program, but one thing that I do love, because a lot of the guys on my team have, is they have a 21-day refund program. So you buy a lead that's hot, they want to sell now, it's in the location you want, all the things that you want are lined up perfectly. Now let's say, for instance, if you bought it and they didn't want to sell, or it wasn't where they said, or the phone number was wrong. Dang, I lost my money. Nope, not with iSpeedTolead. They have a 21-day refund program. So if the lead wasn't actually a qualified lead, they'll give you all your money back. What do you have to lose? When, if it could be closed, you will close it. And when you buy it, you don't just have that one time to call. There's leads that I call from 3 months ago, 4 months ago. If they haven't sold, I'm going to keep calling them. If you don't buy them, you're going to be calling fresh, brand new, cold calling leads anyway. You're going to be calling someone anyways. Why not call a lead that you already bought that they did say they wanted to sell and it just wasn't the right time? So it's all about just stacking up that lead generation machine. And like I was saying, I'm like the cookie maker. iSpeedTolead gets these hot cake cookies ready. When I come into the office, I got 10, 15 cookies ready. And I just got to call a couple, get a deal, relax, for the last couple of months, wholesaling been real cruise control, real smooth. I mean, you buy a couple, you call a couple, you close a couple, and you can think about all the other things on how you want to run your business. Refining your closing process, refining your dispo process, refining whatever it is that you want to do. But the last thing you want to focus on is leads. If you want to get into wholesaling, you want to get into any kind of business, you don't want to be stuck on leads. It's the most important, but it's the least proactive thing to do, is just focus on how you're going to get them. When if you just bought them, you now no longer have to think about that. And you could focus on being a better closer, being a better business owner, being a better whatever it is that you want to do in advance. But digging and finding gold when you could just go buy it for the same price or less, it doesn't make sense. When you buy these leads from iSpeedTolead, and I'm going to show you my screen in a second, you get right there in on the mix at the moment of the fight, right when they want to sell. And honestly, for the past 9 months, this is where 90% of all the leads that I buy come from. And I probably have a 12 or a 15x ROAS. That means for every dollar I spend, I probably make $15, because I probably spend just a couple. It doesn't matter. But the conversions are so high, you can't lose. I want to show you guys a new little feature that iSpeedTolead has that is actually new, that is going to advance your lead gen. If you have, or if you haven't already started using iSpeedTolead, this is badass. So check this out. So in iSpeedTolead, this is the marketplace. Oops. This is the marketplace where you go shop and buy your leads. Now they have different modes here. Exclusive, if you want to be the first person to buy this lead on this website, you could do exclusive. Active, maybe the lead is a couple hours old. And coupon club, which is my favorite. If I could buy the same thing you can buy and spend 1/10 of the price, I'm doing it. This is a little early bird lead in Tennessee, $71. No one's bought it. Bam, right then and there. So anyways, I get off track. Let's scroll down a little bit. This is a new feature that they just added where they have an AI summarizer for the conversation that happened when they generated the lead. So you can have a bit of a little secret head start to what this seller was saying before you even bought it. So not only can you see the city that it's in, how many buyers might be there, the city population, the county population, why they want to sell, the bedrooms, bathrooms, the age, how long they've owned it. I mean, the only thing you don't have is their name and their phone number. I mean, how much more dialed do you want this to be? And if I click this Show AI Summarizer, this is pretty sick. The homeowner's motivation to sell is low. They may consider selling in the future without a pressing reason. So before I go any further, the motivation isn't that high. So before I go spend $235, I just skip it. No other lead provider or MLS free leads, Zillow leads is going to tell you a free little scoop of what's going on with this lead, but iSpeedTolead. I hope I get sponsored after this. No, I'm just joking. But this is badass. I actually just discovered this 2 days ago. I was buying them 2-3 days ago and it wasn't even there. And I saw it just now and I was like, this is so worth it. So I wanted to make a video on my own. Let's check out this one. The homeowners shows a moderate motivation to sell, stating time to go due to personal reasons. That's not too bad. Let's keep looking. See, we got to find a high motivator. No. Retirement somewhere else. That's never that good. That's never too good for me. I don't really like that. I'm considering selling their 10-unit apartment. Sheesh. Don't get analysis paralysis looking at this stuff, I'm telling you, because you can start seeing all this stuff and you get all weird and you start reading too much. You don't buy any leads. You don't call any leads. Just skim it. I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a highly motivated lead in an area that I like to buy. So I could just go up here real fast to Texas. Bam. These are the areas I like to buy at. Oh yeah, let me go to Coupon Club real quick. See if there's any good ones over here in this area. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Missouri, Plano. View summary. I must have already looked at this one. Homeowners accessing high motivation in Plano. Buy a lead. Let's go. We're doing that. 29 Club. Look at this. $300 lead for 29 bucks. Bam. Plano, Texas, highly motivated. Let's go. Anyways, before I go into it, because I want to call that lead. This new feature of the AI summarizer on iSpeedTolead tells me about the conversation before I even call, showing me that there's high motivation in probably one of the best areas in Texas or the United States to wholesale a deal or buy a deal. I mean, it says it's vacant, 4-3. I mean, and the people bought it before me doesn't even bother me, because if you've seen anybody else that does wholesaling, except for just a few people, they suck. And it's not their fault that they suck. They think, certain people think you have to have these scripts and all this stuff. It's just communication skills, solving problems, you know? And yeah, iSpeedTolead, phenomenal. Do I think it's worth it? I think right now in this market, iSpeedTolead is the best PPL provider out of all the PPL providers that exist. And there isn't a PPL provider that exists that can't say that I haven't sent them money before and I have no results like I have on iSpeedTolead compared to the other ones. So my true testament is iSpeedTolead has the best packages. You can do exclusive, you could do an active, you could do a coupon club lead, and all the information's there. Should you shop somewhere else? No. Do I wish I owned a piece of iSpeedTolead so that this video might make me something? Yep, but I don't. This is just a badass website that has helped my business and helped me grow faster in wholesale real estate. And it's definitely has a lot of credit to go to iSpeedTolead. And so I want to share that with you guys so you guys can see what I think about it. Obviously, I give it a 10 out of 10, 5 stars, A+, however you grade your report card. And schedule a call with them. Check out one of their packages. Give it a month. Give it a shot. Just do coupon club, 29 bucks. I mean, you can't lose. So, iSpeedTolead, I love you, baby. Thank you so much for generating me all these leads. It's made me a lot of money. I appreciate you. Goodbye.